You can end up creating your own leads by circle prospecting. It's pretty much what I do. I will admit today's going to be a little wonky. I got to do my makeup. I got some appointments later. I have some listing agreements to put together to send off for electronic signature while I make these dials, because sometimes when you just have so much going on, you have to figure out how to be able to do it all. And right now I'm kind of in that space. Unfortunately, I don't have anyone really helping me. I'm just kind of at a point, especially with Dan Sullivan, Ben Hardy. It's all about who, not how, in case you haven't read it. This book, real big eye opener, and realized a lot of the mistakes I was doing as an entrepreneur. But I'm not really here to talk about that. I'm just actually blabbing while I'm pulling up my Mojo list. I'm gonna have to do, let's see, what about this list? Let's go with that one. Let's do this list. I'm going to do double line dialer. That's my favorite. And I'm going to do 5 rings. That seems to be like a good pickup rate where I can get a good amount of people to answer. And it is 10:19. So generally people are good about answering around this time frame from 10 to 12 or 2 to 4. So I'm going to go with that before I have to run out the door and continue doing business. I have not had a day off in, oh God, I think it's like 14 days straight of working. Normally I have at least 1 day to recover, if not a day and a half. I really don't have like 2 days like a weekend job person would, or a 9-to-5 person would. So I don't know. I think I'm just going to keep going until I burn myself out. I've had moments like that where I'm just like, I don't want to look at the phone. I don't want to answer it. And let's see. I actually don't like that page. Oh, this is a good page. Let's call it Sun. Okay. I'm going to do 100 people. While I do that, I need to confirm the appointments that I have for today with my buyer. I have good 4 solid buyers right now, and I haven't worked with buyers in 2 years. So when someone's like, "Excuse me, what was that?" I'm like, "Yeah, you don't even know what I'm saying. Probably wrong number." Showing time. Ugh, I hate having to tell agents like, "No, it's not working." Send. You know, I gotta leave the key for my husband for another property. I'm like a janitor. Look at this. I did not want that one. I know that building, and they're just going through a lot, and I know the values unfortunately haven't really gone up, and I was like, I'm not going to dig further because it's also a little bit farther than I would want it to be, so I just kind of let that go. I'm just a little bit at a point where like a year ago I would take anything and everything. And now I'm starting to get at a point where I want to at least start creeping up my price point. And I was actually last week going through some of my follow-up. I have no idea what he said. No contact. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. While I work. Let's dial. I'm going to print these 2 sheets out. All right, so we're at 3 contacts, 1 lead already. My first one was a lead. She goes, they're in the middle of renovating and they want to sell in a year, so that's perfect. You should always anticipate people to sell earlier. I rarely have people who want to, Well, no, I shouldn't say that. There are people who all of a sudden want to wait 6 months or a year after, and then you have also those, "Hey, good morning. Good to see you." I didn't know what time zone you were, so I wasn't really sure what morning you were referring to. But I'm here. It's been 24 minutes I've been on, but really the dialer's been going on for 20 minutes or 21 minutes to be exact. 3 contacts and 1 lead. My first one was a lead. And I was just trying to say that you'd be surprised how many people say they want to sell in 2 years, and then all of a sudden it changes and it's 1 year. So take anything, everything. I think the furthest out I've taken was like 5 years, but I'm see how she was wanting to talk to me, does not have a realtor, thinking of moving, just has some things to figure out, which is totally understandable. There's a lot of older people in that position. I actually have, for example, one lady who's retiring and she's just trying to figure out, she wants to buy a house up in Georgia, and she's just kind of keeping an eye on the market and see what she can buy there. And when she buys, she then wants to sell. So it's just a lot of moving parts. So yeah, lead number 2. See, all you got to do is talk to people. I'm going to make a note. Do not text. Did she say she was 87 years old? She sounded amazing. Contact. Let's keep going. 2 leads, 4 contacts. I don't know if it gets any better than that. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. All right, 2 leads, 4 contacts, 27 minutes. This is the best because you end up creating your own quality leads, your own, you get to really pick where you want to work. You make sure there's no other realtor included or involved, and it's like all yours. I actually have been negotiating since, I think it's a week now, 7 days of negotiating for a buyer with a developer, which are the hardest too, and I'm a pretty damn good negotiator. I have this other buyer. We've been looking at houses. I have another buyer flying in next week, and these are all very, very qualified, high quality buyers. So that's why I'm okay working with them, which they primarily found me from my other YouTube channel. I have follow-ups later to do today. I have so many follow-ups. And if you don't follow up, there's no point in lead generation. Okay, so this looks good. So select all, copy. We better be putting in an offer today or this week here. I gotta do my makeup. Can I just say, trying to like run a household and kids and schedule and school, my kids' schools and husband. And let's see how many minutes, 36 minutes. So we still have time. The AC guy said he'll be here, I think in 20. Let's just do this really fast while I'm on the dialer. So I did it, schedule showings. I swear, being on the dialer can be so boring. And I think when you just have fun, like just wing it, like you'd heard her laughing, and they always say, okay. I rarely have people hang up on me. And it's all in the way that you say it, the tonality, you know what I mean? What you say, how you say it, the pauses, as I now have learned the terminology, it's called cadence. So it's what you say, how you say, and the rate in which you say it. I'm always developing skills. After I realized I could actually make cold calls, I was like, I gotta perform better with my skills. And I was like, I don't even know really what that means or how to. So I just went on YouTube, and it wasn't even like cold calling people. It was actually, there's this one guy out of Australia, Vin, who talks about, just communication skills. And then I started looking up these people about body language. And so now I kind of know how to have my body when I go on listing presentations. And then I learned from Jeremy Miner about using your face as a remote when you're talking to people. So just picking up little skills here and there from multiple different people has really helped me in general. So it's not just about cold calling, it's like a overall. It's been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to. It's an overall learning how to be a successful communicator. I wouldn't say influencer, but it's also who was it? I think there was an Instagram reel from this guy Robert. He's like an older guy in his 70s, and he was talking about the person who speaks the least is the one in control. So even just controlling myself and allowing homeowners to speak, and then when they like blab everything to me, that's when I can actually come back and ask them a really good genuine question that gets their brain thinking, that just realizes that I'm listening. Whoops. Oh my God. I almost stained my dress. All right. So 2 leads, 4 contacts, 40 minutes. I just want to say it's shocking that I don't have. Well, that's fine. No, I feel like I should have more pickups. But the fact that I already have 2 leads is great. See if we can get a third. The most I've ever got was 8 leads in a day when I spoke with 100 people. Not 100 calls, 100 conversations. When I did 8 contacts, but some good days I'll get 3 leads in 2 hours. So far, I'm already at 2. And if you want to watch the replay when that happened, that was at the beginning. My first call was a lead. And then I think like 10 minutes ago, I got my second lead. I'm on the double line dialer. It's Mojo. I wish they had a 2-line dialer for subscription. And if you notice, sometimes you might be like, oh, you could have kept digging, like, oh, if you got a really good offer. I don't like asking that question. I think that's a no contact. Next. I don't like that question. Sir, if you were to get a really good offer, would you consider selling? Like, that's the dumbest thing ever. It's like you're either going to sell, you're not. No one's going to convince you to sell. You usually have to sell because you have to sell. You need to sell, not because you want to sell. Nobody wants to sell. Nobody wants to move. Okay. But if you notice that if you watch the replay on the other ones, the way I asked the ladies about possibly selling, they were just like, yeah, I actually have been thinking about selling. And I think I might do that in a year. And the other one, I didn't really ask too much, but she was like, yeah, we're actually renovating it. And I just feel like people, if you make them feel comfortable on the phone, they'll generally tell you anyway that they plan on selling. The amount of comments and compliments and things people say, they go, well, you sound like an honest person. You sound very kind. And that's because it's all the way in how you say things. Next. So we're at 5 conversations, 2 leads. Was that 5 or 6? No, 6. I'm losing track. Mojo keeps me in line. Let me see. How many dials do we have already? Let's keep calling. I have dialed today 107 dials. My average is about like 240 in a day for new. Unfortunately, I'm still trying to track all my follow-ups. But as long as I am following up, and as long as I am going on appointments, which I'm surpassing my appointments right now, these people are answering. Predominantly people who need help, who want help, and do not have a realtor. That's the biggest thing. I never go with, oh, do you already have a realtor? Because that's an automatic. They might just say yes. So I go with the, oh, since you're already thinking about selling, then I'm assuming you already probably have a realtor. I just kind of came up with that. And then that's when they go, no, I don't have any. Or it's funny because some of them will respond and say, yeah, I know a ton, but I would never do business with them and I don't trust them. Oh, shoot. The AC guy's outside my door. Ah, guys, I gotta go.